it. You even Thank you too. What is up, people? Hello, and welcome to another episode of 90 Day MVP. Yeah, it is day 14. And I mean, I'm still optimistic, y'all. I'm still optimistic. But you know, it's a lot of work to build what I'm trying to build. And especially the way I'm trying to build it. I'm using microservices and trying to do things the right-ish way at least. Like, it might not be 100% like up to snuff. You know, I'm sure like the code. I don't even want to use the N-word, the Nazi. but like I guess I said it. But the code Nazis might have some words. Oh, speaking of which, I did put it up on GitHub. So you guys, I've got a repo. I know that was probably like one of the first things I should have done, but you know, judge your mama. Judge your mama. Let me put the repo and the link in the comments here, and I'm also put it as a banner. So if you want to like go and critique my code and like, you know, root me for filth, go ahead and do it. I'm not even scared. But what I really want some feedback on, we'll get into this later, is like kind of like my architecture. You know, I mean, I'm not, like I said, I'm a former tweet. I am no system design expert, you know, no architect. So like, you know, whatever feedback I can get from the folks who actually like are not new to this, that they're true to this, like that is absolutely appreciated. Okay, so before I get into all of the ins and outs of what we're doing today, I'd like to go over some pre-flight checks. If you've been tuning in, you kind of know. If you are not following me on Twitter already, please fix that, change it. Like, follow your girl on Twitter. A lot of you probably already do because it's the only way you know about this. But if somehow you found me through another channel, follow your girl on Twitter because like I posted a bunch of blog posts and stuff, and all of the things like NextConf Pro related on Twitter. That's kind of where I'm going to continue to post these things. And if you don't already know, I'm sure you read my little, oh, here it goes. My little banner down here. I work for a company called Auth0, which I'm sure that many of you are very familiar with. We handle the auth for your consumer apps. And We do that so you don't have to. I am a huge proponent of outsourcing authentication or outsourcing whatever you possibly can, to be fair, so that you can focus on what's essential to your product. So like your bread and butter. And authentication is one of those things that's very, very, very important. Authentication and authorization. And you should 10 out of 10 always outsource that work to experts, because you don't want to get caught holding the bag if someone decides to hack your application. And another thing, folks, okay, another thing, like let me get real close to the camera. Hackers are not breaking in, they are logging in. All right. So let's not get it twisted. We're not talking about like a whole bunch of acrobatics here. We're talking about logging in using a username and password to your application to do funny business. So whenever possible, whenever you can, I'll outsource that authentication and authorization work to experts, and Auth0 is a really great way to do that. Developer.auth0.com is going to have a plethora of knowledge and examples for how to do the thing, which is offload that responsibility to experts. You'll get some sample code and all that jazz. And if you continue to tune into this series, you will see me use Auth0 in NextConf Pro, because we are this is going to be we're having customers authenticate into our application. So that's a perfect use case for Auth0. And so you'll see it in action. If you want to see me out in the wild, you should be at NextConf. Catch me there. I will be working the Auth0 booth at the Kalahari Resort. I mean, honestly, I'm excited. I was really hoping it was going to be a lot warmer. I'm thinking like Texas, it's going to be hot. No, it's going to be a little bit warmer than it is here in North Carolina, but we're doing the indoor water park thing, and I'm excited. I'm in my swimsuit. It's going to be a good time. And then if you are in the place, if your face is in the place, definitely stop by the booth and say hi. We got a pretty good booth setup going, so I'm pretty excited about it. I think it's definitely worth stopping by. I'll post more information on Twitter about where our booth is going to be located. I don't really have that data yet, but as soon as I get it, I'll post it, and y'all will be the first to know my Twitter posts. After that, so that is next week. Next week, at the beginning of the week in Texas. And then February 24th, I am giving a talk at Orlando Code Camp. So I'm going to be in Orlando at Seminole State College, I think it's called. Yes, and it's a free event. If you're in the Orlando area, it's put on by OneTug. So that's the Orlando.net user group, which I think it's going to be an awesome event. It's my first time at a code camp in general, but I've heard great things about code camps overall. And so I'm excited to be presenting at the Orlando Code Camp. And finally, for my Q1 appearances, I suppose. Vegas. Y'all, if you want to learn about securing microservices using advanced identity techniques, which we're going to use NextConf Pro for our workshop, you want to be with me in Vegas. And as a matter of fact, I think this might be incorrect. I think there might be a $400 discount using my code Taliber. But either way, there is a huge discount using my code here. And I'm going to go ahead and put the link to register in the chat here. Oh, wait, hold on. I just want to put the bit.ly. All right. Boom. And there you have it. Don't say I never did anything nice for y'all. Earlier this month, actually, it was probably last week, I did a stream with the good folks at .NET on AWS. So it was myself, Brandon, Francois, we shot the shit and had a good old time. If you missed it, you missed some really good shenanigans. I'd say go ahead and check it out. I'm actually gonna post that in the comments as well. It was a good time. We talked about NextConf Pro, we talked about this series, we talked about Auth0, we talked about, a bunch of different things. We talked about how I got into .NET. So if you want to get that story, which is pretty interesting, Brandon told me that it was one of the most unique .NET origin stories that he's heard. So I was like, okay, cool. I mean, yeah, there's some more stories in there, but yeah, go check that out. Definitely had a ball with them, those guys. Okay. So, where did we leave off at the last stream? I think we had, actually, you know what? We had the front-end working? I don't know. Maybe we did. I know it did look kind of wonky when I posted it on Twitter. I'll have a screenshot, or not even a screenshot, but like I have an old tab up of what it was looking like the other day, because I don't ever close tabs. I don't know. Maybe it's for like, I don't even know what the purpose is. Honestly, it's like a nostalgic thing. Oh, what was I doing last week? Let me go and open the tab. Like, y'all, sound off in the chat. How many tabs do you have open right now? Speaking of, because the world wants to know. Oh shoot, there are some chats I can't even see. I love using StreamYard to stream to multiple places, but the thing that I don't like is that I cannot see, like, I can't see the chat for everything. Oop, you hear me? I've got a bunch of feedback because I started to look for places where I might have chat coming in. Anyway, all right. So let me share my screen here so you can see like where we got to, or at least where I feel like we got to the last week. I did a lot of work between, well, I did a good amount of work between last stream and today. Not enough for me to feel super safe, and that like I can like kind of, you know, chill. No, like I still gotta grind. I'm still gonna pull a couple of I'm still gonna burn the midnight oil a couple different times. But so this is where we kind of got to. You see how like I've got start date and start time, and how start time looks kind of weird. Well, now I've changed some things since then, and I also hooked up the create event. I haven't hooked up delete or update, and we'll do that today on live. But and I'm also I have to build out like this event, like the event details a little bit more, because like this is not the information that you're gonna need for an event. But what I really want to do is like have the basic structure of the app and have all my services created. So that way, when it's time to run my workshop, I've got, you know, a good structure. And I'm also, don't listen, y'all, I'm gonna add tests. I promise. I mean, I'm not really like I know we just talked about test-driven development in one of the AOC streams that I did with actually we talked about it with probably the one we did with Findall, and also the one we did with C# Crits. But I'm not there yet, y'all. I'm not there yet. I mean, we probably could have done it with this. I just, I'm trying to like make this thing quick, okay? But I'm going to write tests, so you know, judge me if you want, or you can also judge them off. All right, so let's go over. Like, let me remove this part of my screen, and I'm gonna open my IDE. I actually took a video of the work that I did between last week and this week, and I plan on using it for some kind of content. I'm not sure exactly what. But I plan on using it for some kind of content. Maybe on YouTube. Maybe I'll do it on my YouTube channel. Oh. Let me pull my IDE up though. Oh, also, I I didn't share this. This is something that I definitely need to share. Y'all, I created a couple of blog posts. Actually, it's a series. I'm gonna just go ahead and call it what it is. And it's gonna continue to grow. But let's see where my series is. It's on Dev too. It's kind of, so, you know, in this process, it has not been without its challenges. And like, I've got a series of blog posts that are kind of documenting, number one, the architecture that I'm choosing and why I made those decisions. Spoiler alert, like, yes, I think I'm over architecting NextConf Pro just a little bit, but especially considering the time frame that I have chosen to go with, like the challenge time frame. Yeah, could it be a lot simpler? Absolutely. But I'm trying to also use it for as a demo for some talks that I have coming up and a workshop that I have. So I've got to have like different pieces in order to make it work for those things. So I'm trying to fill a lot of buckets here, you guys. I'm trying to check off a lot of boxes. And I mean, at the end of the day, yes. Is it a challenge? Absolutely, it's a challenge. Is it something that I feel like I can accomplish? Sure. My mom always said, shoot for the stars and you'll at least reach the moon. So that means like, yeah, you know, I got these like huge goals, and you know, even if I don't 100% meet my deadline, like, I'm gonna be really close. So that's all I have to say about that. But definitely check out my blog post series, you guys. It goes through some of the early challenges, or one of the early challenges that I had getting set up, because in the past, a lot of my data development has been done on Windows, and even to where like I had a VM that I've used in the past when I had Mac. I was, you know, developing on a VM and had all of my development, or had my development environment set up that way. But with this, and in order to like get the right streaming quality, I actually had to set up my entire development environment on my Mac, which was not without its challenges. Like, setting up SQL Server on a Mac isn't like a super intuitive thing. And then what about the fact there's no SQL Server Management Studio? Like, there's a lot of things that you gotta think about. So I wrote a blog post about that. So I have another blog post that I'm going to write about managing data in your application, because I tried to change the data type and kind of ran into some struggles. And I've been doing this for a while, and I'm no expert, but there's some things that I feel like should be a little bit more intuitive, and they weren't. So I decided to make a blog post about it. All right, so let me pull up my solution, because I'm over here gallivanting. Let's talk through what we have done. You guys cannot see my screen yet. You will notice that I I'm not really looking at you guys anymore for that, but I got my camera set up a little bit different today, and so I'm trying something new. I'm not sure if I like it because I like to be able to like make eye contact with my camera a little bit more than this. But let me go ahead and share my screen. And you guys, yes, I am still, I'm using Diagram Visual Studio for Mac. And as you have learned in my old, or my previous streams, we all know that Visual Studio for Mac is going away. It's going bye-bye. But, I'm not ready to like fully move over yet. Like VS Code, which is probably what everyone is using right now, which I do have set up. Like I have written some code in VS Code, and I use VS Code like when I was writing JavaScript, for instance. VS Code was absolutely my go-to, right? But when I'm writing .NET, I feel handicapped. I feel like my fingers are like fat. I feel like my brain is moving slowly. I feel very, very handicapped when it comes to writing C# in VS Code, and I just can't for the life of me figure out why. All right, so in this last segment, or between this last segment and between last week and this week, I set up the actual front end. I used, let me show you what I used, y'all. I used a Bootstrap theme, and it really had me thinking, like, why did I use MVC? Like, why didn't I use, something was telling me to, like, I was looking up how to, have like a date picker and stuff like that, and they were saying use jQuery. I'm like, jQuery? There's been a lot of talk on Twitter lately about folks using jQuery and shaming the folks using jQuery. Yeah, I know. It's, yeah. But I had to do it. Look, not on this one. Not on this one. Look at my event. Oh wait, let me get rid of all of it. Because for some reason I got the same one. Opened twice, which to me is confusing. I had to use it. I had to use jQuery for validation. But turns out when you validate, it just automatically adds in the type of picker that you need. So you can tell from my older screenshot based on like either maybe it could have been my Twitter or like what I just showed earlier. I had a thing where, even let me just go to my DTO. All right. So I have this situation I have the situation where I've got a date and a start time. And so, yeah, that makes sense, right? But when they're both date times, it doesn't make as much sense to do that. I get it, and I understand why now. And let me tell you why, for y'all who thought that this was a good idea too. Because a date time string like has all of it. You don't need to have a date and a time because you have a date time like object. Right? So when I run this, you'll see, because I came to where I had a situation where like I had the date time object toString as like a short date on the date property, right? And then I could not for the life of me figure out how to properly set like the time the right way. And then I realized on my create, because when I was, setting up my event creation UI, that I could set both up at the same time. Did y'all? I'm sure you did, because y'all are experts. But like, I don't know, something like it didn't really connect in my mind, and now it does. It was like there was a disconnect, and now it's. So I'm happy. I'm going to show you guys in a moment, like where we are in that. But so like what we did last time was we started building out the services and our front end. So we've got our base service, which sends asynchronously sends our requests to our event API, which we built out on our very first stream. And then we have an event service, which is like all of our CRUD, right? And then we wrap all of our requests in our request DTO, which is DTO is short for data transfer object. So we wrap all of our API calls in that, which gives us like a really standard, pretty way to have our APIs expect for the request to be sent. And finally, we also had to like hook a lot of things up in our program CS. So that was one of the things we also did. We had to do, we had to register our HTTP client factory and context accessor. We had to assign the base address of our event API. And because we have this thing called static details, we have a static details class. And where is that? Let me find it. It's a utility class. So we're gonna end up having all of our APIs will end up having a static string here, which we set in our app settings.json. And our service URLs. So we set that up. Mind you, we are being strategic about our ports that we're using, because when you're using microservices, in order to not have things stuck on each other, you've got to be strategic about the ports that you use. So we set up our event, our API base. We registered that in our program.cs. And we also had to add our HTTP client. I think I said that. Event service, and we had to register our base service and event service. And that's all we did in this file. Oh, and speaking of which another reason I love using VS Code, like the only thing that kind of keeps me switching back and forth is because I can enable GitHub Copilot. And GitHub Copilot just, like I created one of these tasks, one of these methods, and it just spit out the rest of them. So that's why I feel like I can really do this thing in 90 days. If I continue to, it's really 76 more days, y'all. If I continue to like work diligently at it, I feel like I can, because I got the help of GitHub Copilot. So all of these are just sped out pretty easily with GitHub Copilot. And they were all right. I didn't have to go and do much. Well, for the most part, they were right. I had to go and do some, I had to go back and fix some things, some small things, because it doesn't get it 100% right all the time. But for the most part, it did pretty good, y'all. I cannot complain. So, let's run this thing. Since we have both of, well, one other thing I didn't talk about real quick. So we did this bootstrap theme. That's not what I'm looking for. It's layout. Which I'm not super fond of. I mean, it was free. I ended up buying another theme that's cuter. Or this thing might grow on me once, you know, I start building out more. But wait. Let me show you where it is. Like I just replaced my bootstrap with a boot swatch. Here we go. A boot swatch theme. I used Slate. It's really easy to find these, and all you have to do is copy and paste. Like you download it and you copy and paste the bootstrap, the CSS code, and you replace your bootstrap.css with this. So I did that. And so that's how it's got like this dark theme, which it's not my favorite, but I mean, it's better than like the stuff that comes out the box. So let me run this thing. This is my first little sip of coffee. I know. Look, y'all, it is almost 1 p.m. Eastern time here in North Carolina, where I am. Y'all, this is my first cup of coffee. I know. Where do they do that at? I guess here. But I'm drinking some Blue Mountain coffee from the wonderful, wonderful island of Jamaica. I'm like channeling my inner island gal because it is so cold. It's not as cold as it was last week outside, but it's cold. You see, I got my little Patagonia. It's the Octadev Patagonia, y'all. I really am in love with it. It's got me all warm and toasty up here with the space heater under me. I hope you can't hear it. And my Patagonia, I got a blanket and I got my coffee. I mean, am I here for a nap or am I here to write code? We're gonna write some code, I promise. But let me go ahead and run this because I have to set up multiple startup projects. So I have to run both the event API and my front end so that web client in order for this to work. That's another thing I haven't been able to do. If you could tell me how to use multiple startup projects in VS Code, like that would really save me a lot of time. Because and then like hot reload, because Visual Studio for Mac does not have hot reload, y'all. Like I feel like that's some bull shit. Beer shite. But yeah, if you guys could give me a little bit of guidance on that in the chat, anybody who's like a .NET developer who uses VS Code. I know we've got C# extensions, but you know, I need more. All right, I gotta stop sharing my screen and share another screen. Presents. I guess I gotta share the whole window. Let me make sure that I don't have anything crazy up. I mean, it's a work computer, but I don't have anything crazy up. But I don't even want y'all to see my my Slack. You know, it's super secret over here. All right, let me share my whole screen. Boom. Boom shakalaka. All right, so I've got them both running. So y'all see this screen here? I mean, yeah, it's cute. I got my little Made with Love by Black Girl CTO. Oh, as far as icons, I just use like Bootstrap icons. I just put the CDN at the top of the I think it might be the layout. Is it layout? Yeah, it's layout. So I can use them like globally. So it's here, the CDN. And I got it from the Bootstrap icons website. And then I just went and what did I do? Wait, hold up. Oh yeah, I just found the image, like the actual icon that I wanted to use, and I just copied and pasted this little tag here so that I could have a heart, so that I could make it super cute and say Made with Heart by Black Girl CTO. Love that for me. All right, and I put up this. I'm not even sure if I had any of this going by the time my last stream. But anyway, I created this nav menu. I definitely have some things that I need to do to it. It's by no means what the final product's gonna look like. But one of the things I really did want to talk about before we start writing new code and hook up this delete and this this delete action and this possibly update action. Am I have enough time to do that today? I like to talk about how I finessed this start date and time thing, y'all. All right, so before I had a date column and a time column, and that didn't work out for me. You saw the screenshot. I'll show you again. As a matter of fact, it was some bullshit. It looked like this. this is not something that is like, this is not what I want. You know what I mean? This ain't it. This ain't it. So instead, because when I was doing the create, I realized what you will soon realize. Oh, shoot. Hold on. All right. So as I create a new event, I can, like, by default, when you use a date time, and you add validation in with jQuery. I know. I feel like a little engine that could, but yeah. As you add in validation with jQuery, you are like automatically given this pretty ugly date picker and time picker, but it serves a purpose. You know what I mean? So like when I create an event, I'm gonna call this heck, I already have the best conference ever. Let's go with the island theme. NextConf. Let's hold it in March. Let's put it on a SATA. Let's see. Let's do, yeah. Oh, you know what else I thought about though? So it starts, I just thought about this. Like, what happens if there's a range? What happens if it's like a multiple day event? I have to make a case for that. I have to represent that somehow, like, to solve for it. And let's say it's gonna start at 11 a.m. because, you know, we're not getting people to like be anywhere early and on Nobody Island, okay? And we're gonna make it in Barbados because why not? Let's see if we can break it. I don't think we can. Because CaribConf 3/16/2024, 11 a.m. I want to be here so bad. Like, somebody create a conference in Barbados and invite your girl, please. Okay. So yeah, you see how I did it so easy, and then instead of having the two columns, I have a single column for for the date and time. And it just makes it so much easier to read. And it made it so much easier to create because we didn't have, like, what I ended up having was a date input here and a time input, and it was basically the same thing. It just felt clunky. I didn't like it at all. So oh, look, we've got more folks in the that are watching. We've got more folks watching. Hey, people. Thanks for tuning in. Oh, I got my camera right here. Hey, folks. Thanks for tuning in. We are going over some updates that we made in NextConf Pro since last week's stream. We've got our front end kind of wired up. We're using a microservices architecture here. So we had to, like, our first stream, we created our event API. Our second stream, we started working on the front end. Hey, what is this? Oh, okay, yeah. We started working on our web client application. And so we had to, register some things in our program CS. We had to, lay out a foundation for how to consume our API. And then over the week between last stream and this stream, I did some work on like the actual front end and display. So that's what we're talking through now. And the last things that we're gonna do today, actually, and I'm gonna take a little bit of a break pretty shortly here, a bio break. But after that, I am going to get into how to create or how to delete. I don't want to wire up this delete button for events. And we're gonna work on possibly if we get some time, we get time to get to it, we're gonna do update. And that will probably round out what we do for today. But yes, that is kind of where we are with NextConf Pro. If you don't know, NextConf Pro is MVP that I'm working on. It is an event management app for conference organizers. Now, I know I've got some conference organizer friends out here in these streets. If you are someone who organizes conference, whether it be as a volunteer or whether, you know, it's what you do for a living, like reach out, because I would love to know some, like learn some of the pain points that you guys are experiencing in your event management platform that you're currently using, or your event management tools that you're currently using, to see if we can address some of those things in NextConf Pro. Finally, before we are done, before we take our bio break, because that is coming fast, you guys, it's coming fast. I would like to find my architecture diagram so we can talk through that. I got some folks on the stream that are watching right now, and I would like some real deal feedback, y'all. So let me look for that real quick. All right, are y'all ready for this? Y'all gonna laugh. I don't care. Laugh. But I'm gonna present. Let's see. Welcome to the stage. The NextConf Pro architecture diagram. Yes, I told you. I am aware. I am over architecting this, but here's why. I've got 2 talks and a workshop coming up, and so they are all about microservices and identity and how to secure microservices using identity and so forth and so on. And so that's why I had to like kind of make this use microservices architecture. I might be doing the most though. I might have like, so if you are looking at this and you are a person who, and you are a person who architects solutions, go ahead and give your girl some feedback. I know you can't really see. Ooh. So what I have here, this is not a good copy. Okay, this is a little bit better, but because it's gray. But what I have here, what you can see is like my my port management. Since we're using microservices, it's very important that we manage like our ports and make sure that everything, nothing gets in the way of anything else. So, and I haven't decided, I probably just use 7007. I didn't have that here. But we've got our event API, which is what we were working on now. Well, we kind of finished that. We didn't finish it, but we have it. Right, we still have some more data. We have some more properties to add because, of course, like we need to know more information about our event than what we currently have in our current data structure. But we need, so we're gonna fill that out later on. We have coupons because we, every event has a coupon code, right? We might actually need, we do need to add a code for events because I have one of these, I think it might be called Event Mobi or something, where like it's a SaaS app where you can access as a user, as an attendee, you can access events based on the code. So I'm going to add code to not to coupons. Coupons have codes too, but events as well. Shopping cart, because you need to be able to check out. Sessions, I'm thinking, because did you guys know that that there is an API for Sessionize? Did you know that? So I want to pull in session data from Sessionize, so that way we could use that to create a schedule. And so you don't have to manage your sessions. You don't have to manage them in both places. You could just manage it in Sessionize and then just pull all of that data over. Orders, maybe that should be over here for like a visual purpose, but you're gonna have to be able to order your ticket, right? Oh, and also not even just tickets. We're talking about, I want to be able to have sponsors, be able to purchase their sponsorship packages in here as well. So you also have your sponsor API that's going to have all information about sponsors, what packages, which tiers, what you get from said package. If we have enough time, I would like to be able to have, invoices sent out to sponsors for them to pay. I would like to do that using Stripe. Email API. Ooh, I forgot a little thing here, but it's okay. We need to be able to email back and forth. Not back and forth. Organizers, like for our MVP, we're just gonna make sure that organizers can broadcast information via email about the event to sponsors and attendees. And then we also need to have a little bit of some high level reporting. It doesn't need to get too deep, but it's important. And we need to have a gateway. Oh, well, we need to have a service bus or an event broker. I haven't decided which one we're gonna how we're gonna approach this yet. If anyone has any ideas on how to best approach connecting all of the dots, then please ping me, because I haven't quite figured out how. I haven't quite settled on a solution for how we're going to do this. I'm thinking service bus, but it might be event broker. And let's not forget our identity service, because we need to be able to have a way for each of these microservices to authenticate, or for our users to authenticate with each of these services, right? And we're going to have it be role-based. So we're going to have a little bit of RBAC coming in here as well. We're going to be using Auth0 for our finished product. But one of the things that I would like to do is to kind of go through how we would do it from a .NET identity standpoint, from a .NET identity angle, and then talk about why it's better to do it using a service like Auth0. Anyway, then obviously we're gonna have a gateway because we need some type of way for our client apps to, and I notice I said apps because there will likely be more than one, maybe not for our MVP. But we need some way for our client apps to be able to access our service layer. And for right now, we're going with an MVC web app because that's what I'm most familiar with. I mean, could we have like done like something like with React? Sure, we could have. It's been a long time. Y'all, it's been a long time since I worked with React. And sure, we could have used Blazor, but I've never worked with Blazor for real. So, yeah, we're going with MVC because we're trying to, like, yes, I over architected, but I'm trying to like make it easy wherever I possibly can. So that's our architecture. And let me take a quick bio break. And then I'm going to come back and we are going to hook up the delete function for our event UI. And then we are going to see, like, we're also going to try to hook up the update. All right. While I'm having my bio break, can jam to the vibes. Well, nobody gonna tell me my mic was on mute. I thought I really cared. But anyway, did y'all have fun vibing while I was gone? Yes, the vibes are vibing. All right, so let's work on this delete functionality. Let me pull up my... Wait, what just happened to... Because I know I got it running somewhere. I really don't want to have it running multiple times. So here we go. Boom. All right, let's stop this thing. Let's stop it. Can y'all hear me good over the music? Or should I turn it down a little bit more? Like, if it was up to me, like when I actually am writing code on my own, not on live, I have my music blasting. And it's probably, I mean, it vary from different things. Like, honestly, I can't say it's one genre or the next. It depends on what I'm working on. It depends on what my mood is. I'm sure a lot of you can relate. Okay. All right, so we want to work on the delete functionality. Basically, we want to make this is not a live version of the app by any means, but we want to make something happen when we click this button right here. And so we're gonna need to pass it, and we're gonna need to pass it like a simple ID, right? So we're gonna need to open up the controller, our web app, like our web app controller. Thank you. Here. Let's look at what we got going on here. I can barely see. Let me go ahead and let me go ahead and reduce this down a little bit. Can y'all still see that? I think you can. All right. So here we got our event controller. And we want to delete. So we've got create. We got our index. We've got our create, which is where we like have where we show the create form. Then we have the post. We post the form, like we submit it. And now we're gonna do delete. So let's copy. event delete. And then we're gonna call it, we're gonna pass in the ID. So, all right, we're going to need to assign this action to that button. That's the next step. So we're going to need to, I'll save this. Go to our event index. And then we're going to do ASP action event delete. Gotta make sure that and then we're actually gonna do so we have our action, and then we want to pass the ID. So we have to, how are we gonna do that? We have to we have to use like a route, one of those route tag helpers. So let me figure out, let me see if I can find how to do that. Because I don't, off the top of my head. Anybody in the chat now? ASP.NET route tag helpers. I think it's about 4. I don't want to. I just want to be able to pass the ID. No, not a validation. Anchor tag helpers. I don't think that's what I'm looking for, but let's see. Let's figure it out. Oh, maybe this is what I'm looking for. Route. Okay. Route ID. Okay, I think I can do this. Shout out to the dogs. All right, so let's see what I'm actually looking for here. I think it put me in a service. Right? So am I looking for an event ID? No, just an ID. All right, so ASP route. ID. Let's do that. Okay. So, yeah, because the variable name that we expect here is just ID. I'm not coming from our coming from here. All right, so we save all of that. So let me try to run it and see if we get. Oh shoot! Let me put a breakpoint right here, and let's see if we run it. Do we get the ID? Oh, we got our ID. So that's cool, but we still don't have a view yet. So let's add that. Let me stop. Okay, so we need to get our I say we need to make sure that we need to go back to our event index when this is over, right? Because we want to, after we delete, we want to go back and get all, and that one's not going to be there because we're deleting it. So let's go back to our index. And we are going to well, actually, before we do that, let's delete this. and we'll just update this a little bit, update this code a little bit to reflect the things that we did. And then we're still gonna have to pass back our we're gonna have to pass back back to our index form. So we're gonna delete event async, and we're gonna put a okay. And we're not gonna have a list. But we're gonna have the response BTO if we're not gonna use a list. So we're gonna call this, what? Oh. And then we're gonna return the view. And then, so, okay, we're gonna return the view. And bind that model to the view. And then we have to create a delete. So what? Let's see what we do here. We need to create another view, and we'll probably it's gonna be the same as the coupon. It'll be the same as our index. I think that's what it'll be. Doesn't that make sense? Like to take it back to the index view? I think so. So let's create a new class. And we're gonna call this already. Is event delete. Or should we? Or should we make it like the same kind of form where basically it says, yeah, let's do that. Let's like bring up the same form from create and basically like confirm that we want to delete this event. Let's do that. we're going to copy all of this. Validation and all. Copy. Get rid of all of this here. Pasta. And then we're going to call this delete. And we're going to say delete. Why? Because we're going to take this and we are going to post this one to delete. That's what we're going to do. All right, people. We don't just want it to disappear. We want to make them confirm. And we want to disable these inputs. Disable that there. Disable this here. This. We're going to make this value delete. And we're going to make this button danger. Ninja. We can remove this validation. Yeah, we can remove this. Validation spans. All right. So I guess we can remove this validation section here. All right. Maybe we'll have a coupon, like, oh, well, I don't know if I can say coupon. Maybe we will do a, like a little hidden input that has the event ID, so that way we can pass it. Right, because we're not really pulling this in. So let's do. And that's gonna be our ID. We're gonna make that. Does that work? I think it works. All right, so let's see if we could run it. Oh wait. Let me see. I think this looks good. I think it looks good. Let me save. Let me get rid of this breakpoint and then do that. Oh. Well, why aren't these things? Oh, wait, I deleted it. Yeah, I did that wrong. I did that wrong, guys. All right. God, I guess I didn't delete it, but yeah, I need to get my ID. Yeah. Get event by ID, I think. So let me try this again. Did I delete it? I don't know. Okay, good. All right. So you notice that the inputs are they're disabled, so you can't make any changes here. And nothing is going, like, we're not doing anything with this delete button yet. But we are passing it to the event delete controller. And like this is going to be the delete form. And then when we implement the actual delete call, like the post event, I think it's a post. Well, the actual delete call. Yeah. Then it's actually going to delete it. Because essentially it is. All right. All right. So let's go back because we got what we need from here. This work. Now let's go back and implement the actual delete call. All right. Because this is actually going to be, yeah. This is good. I'm thinking the right way now. I was confused a little bit, but I'm thinking the right way. So the delete action. That's it. So let's copy this. Yeah, and it is a post, right? Copy. I'm pretty sure it is. If it's not, I'll get it. There is a delete. We're gonna make it a post. We're gonna make it a post today. Oh, and then, okay, so for this one, we're gonna need the entire DTO for the whole data transfer object. Because this form is gonna pass the entire DTO. Like this delete form is passing the whole thing, baby. The whole model. All right. But we only need the actual ID to delete though. Oh, let me stop. We only need the actual ID. So what we're gonna do is we're going to do video.id. Put that to the event service. And then are we passing back a list? Yeah, we're gonna redirect to yeah. We're gonna redirect. To our index. Copy. Pasta. And then, oh, we want to return not found for these, for both of these. Okay. I think we should be fully functional for the most part. Wait, should we be doing not found? Let me see. Let's see what happens. Let us see what happened. But it doesn't delete. What's up with that? All right, let's debug it. Let's debug it. Why is it not? Does anybody in the chat know why? Let's put a breakpoint here. Oh. Well, that's probably why. Copy pasta. Simple copy pasta error. Possibly. Okay. So, oh, this was wrong. Okay, this probably went to here, huh? Let me see. Let's see what happens here. Let me debug this thing. What do you think? Hold on, y'all. It might be because I posted. Because I posted instead of deleted. I could have been totally wrong with that one. Y'all. Okay. I mean, there was a delete. Let's just see this thing. Let's see how we get. The responses? No. Okay, but did it delete the event though? No. All right, bet. So where is it going? Let's go to our base service because I suspect that it's because I added the wrong yeah, I think I added the wrong type. So let's see. Let's just see, y'all. Let's just see. Because it's very possible that that's the case. But how is it doing a get? Oh, okay. There it's doing a get. That's fine. That's fine. But see, here it needs to be doing, might need to want to delete. Let's see what it's doing. Yeah. Method not allowed because I did a post. All right. So then that means I need to Yeah, there's a mismatch. I are not allowed. So let's go through this. I was wrong, y'all. I was wrong. This has to be delete. So let me stop. I mean, that's what it's there for. I just knew in my head. I'm like, you can use these are interchangeable. But you know, I was wrong. And it is all to the good. Let's try this now, though. All right, so now nothing happens. Well, let's see if we go back over this. What? It didn't delete it. Let me check in the API control. Because maybe I did it wrong in the API controller too. It's possible, you know, like stranger things have happened. I was so convicted that I probably did. Okay. Oh, hey, Cecil. So I am actually building out the CRUD for my my event management application, NextConf Pro. Now you can look at the ugly UI. I'm probably gonna go with something different, but for now I'm just like trying to do CRUD for my events. And I've got the create read. Don't have the update yet, but I'm working on the delete right now, and I'm debugging to figure out why. I don't have why my delete's not working, and I'm thinking it might be because kind of. I mean, it's really for it's for conference organizers. But it could be repurposed for parties, for anything. But yeah, that's pretty much it in a nutshell. I think I might have to define my route here. I think I might. Oops. Somehow I think I need to because it's not like, is it going? don't know. I have to maybe even do a breakpoint. But yeah, it could be a party app. I know some party promoters. Actually, that might be easier to get like users for. I think that should do it. Let me drop a break here and see. Yeah, I'm actually about to wrap up here in a few once I get this delete working. So let's see if that'll do the job. Fingers crossed. No, it's still not working. All right, let me set another breakpoint because I am a little bit like I have no idea why this isn't working like it should. Let me go to my so I've got close that. Let me go to my service and my event service. That. It doesn't even hit my event server. No. Okay, well, there's a problem. You guys, do you see this in real life? How do you refresh? That doesn't make no sense to me. All right. Maybe I don't have the button wired the right way. Let's see. Let's see. That should be the okay. Event delete. Oh, is that a post? Come on, you guys. I know you guys got like there's some experts over there that have figured it. That is like, girl, what are you doing? Let me help you out. Let me help you out. Let me help my sister out. Help me out. What am I missing? Is it because okay, so I have my route defined, but it doesn't even go. And is it because it's a post? Well, when it was a post, it worked kind of well. Like, at least it would go into my. Let me update it back to a post because post. At least then I was able to get into my method. I feel like that was the wrong step to like not make it a post. But I still have to submit it, right? Okay. So that was the right call. All right. Okay, so it hits my service. Oh my gosh, you guys. So is it going to delete? I'll take all applause. Clap for your girl. That's the craziest thing ever. All right, so yeah, I wasn't crazy. On this side, it's a post because it is a form submission. But it has to be a delete in the event, actual API controller. But in the client, on the client side, since we're posting a form, it has to be a post. And then the problem on the API controller side was because I didn't have the route. All right, cool. Well, I'm done streaming for today, y'all. But we got delete working. And I'm gonna work on update between now and next stream. And maybe put some toast notifications in here so that we can so that it could be like so it can have like your event so-and-so was deleted because we like those. And we want to be a little bit fancy. So we want to do that. And yeah, then maybe next week we could work on off. How does that sound? That sounds like a lot of fun. We'll do a couple of different, like I said earlier, we'll go a couple of different ways. Probably branch and have like a couple of, and just go through like one of the ways we can authenticate and assign roles and everything. And then I do have something that's kind of super secret that is for my upcoming workshop. And I can't just give that away for free. But I feel like it's really hard to go further without adding in off. So, I don't want to get this thing built out and not have off added. So yeah. And we also need to add in multi-tenancy. Like, we didn't start off that way, but yeah, we should probably add that now too before things start getting a little bit too complex and it ends up taking a lot of refactoring to get us on track. So yeah, thank y'all for joining. I will see you all same time, same places next week, Wednesday, noon Eastern time. Whatever that converts to in your time zone. We're gonna be vibing still. We're gonna be writing some code. We're gonna be, doing our thuggle. All right. Until next time. Bye.